We're back.
Hello, John. How you doing, my friend?
Bloody marvellous. I'm tired. But before we do anything, I wanted to show you something.
Oh, what do you want to show
that
me?
ad we talked about.
Yeah?
In the magazine.
Yes.
For those who are listening at home, you can't see it here. That's what I mean by ugly. One picture, lots of text, and scrawling all over it in highlighter.
Beautiful advert.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. If you do want to see the advert, you can either go to YouTube or you can sign up to our membership site if you've bought the book. And we'll have it in there. We'll have this podcast and the video in the membership site.
I'm also doing a critique of the ad and the website it goes to and saying why it all works, just as an incentive to join the inner circle. And now, you'll notice, dear listeners, how Connor very, very casually slipped in reference to our new membership.
It's been there
very
for years.
Smooth. And you can see why this guy is a fucking player, can't you? No? Connor, the girls call Connor Mr. SAS or Ninja Boy because you can be in and out without anyone noticing.
That's pencil dick problems.
It's true. But yeah, we've got this fucking kick-ass membership site that we've put together. And it's our own little Facebook. It's our own fucking domain, isn't it, Connor? It's our own fucking empire.
So just to give a little bit of context around
just call me Zuckerberg, all
right? You wish he was as good looking as he is.
Oh, fuck off. He's a ginger.
he's a robot, mate. He ain't human. He's fucking robotic. But anyway, give some...
Fuck off, leave him alone.
Have you ever... Way off track, but I fucking love it. So my favourite barbecue sauce is Sweet Baby Ray's. And I believe barbecue sauce is called Sweet Baby Ray's. It's fucking...
Did you say barbecue sauce?
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's.
I can't believe you've got a favourite barbecue sauce.
What, do you not?
It's really fucking sad.
That's not sad. You'll understand. Next time we go to Elite, I'm going to bring you a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's. Anyway, back to the point. So, Sweet Baby Ray's, I fucking love it. I do believe it's the most popular barbecue sauce in America. And obviously there's all these talk about Mark Zuckerberg being a robot. And when Facebook launched Facebook Live, Zuckerberg himself did 1 million lives to try and push the feature. And I believe on average per live, he mentioned Sweet Baby Ray's 8 times per live video. And he did a press conference from his home office in COVID. And he had bottles, because everyone started taking the piss out of him, on the shelves behind him. He just had shelves full of Sweet Baby Ray's. So he has got a sense of humour.
Yeah.
But back to the point. Go on, John.
I don't know if he's diagnosed or what, but I've heard tell he's Aspie the same as me.
I mean...
And that would actually... I can well believe it.
Yeah.
We can seem quite unfeeling at times.
I mean...
But here's what makes me laugh. All the woke people will criticise him for it. But these are the very same woke people who say you shouldn't criticise people for their so-called disabilities. Well, the fucking double standards in hypocrisy are just staggering. It's like these people say you shouldn't judge on appearances or comment on people's appearance. But as soon as it was Donald Trump, it's okay to say he's orange and got small hands.
Yeah, it's hypocritical.
The hypocrisy.
See,
whereas I will just criticise anyone for anything, like you're fucking fat and ugly or you're short is, stupid. I've got no fucking boundaries.
Yeah, you don't hold back.
No.
See, I'm grateful for stupid people. I used to be very irritated, but I'm grateful for them because they just make me and you look so much better.
Yeah, it's not hard to succeed when there's so many fucking stupid people around like that, is it?
Yeah. So back to the membership site. If you've bought the book, you can access our exclusive membership site. Because John has a knack for getting deleted from every social media site. And besides from the fact that social media is absolutely toxic, this is our domain where we can say the most outrageous shit, do what we want. And because it's only for book buyers, we take our customers very, very fucking seriously. So we treat them well, whether they've spent £5 or fucking 10 grand a month with us. We look after them appropriately. So that membership site, I'm very proud of us for launching it. And people are already in there.
Yes, they are. It wasn't easy though, was it?
No. It's been a slog. But it's been a natural progression, hasn't it? From having the idea of writing the book to getting the book done to building out a really intricate, intelligent funnel to then being like, right, okay, where are we going to put these cunts? We want to interact with them. These people are important to us. We want to make sure they're looked after and all right. Well, we've got to build a fucking membership like them because fucking Facebook groups suck dick.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to build a community because what we found is when we deliver the book and we got loads of bonuses, and we communicate with them by email sometimes 2-3 times a day, but it's all one way. And I know historically I get the best results, not just for myself, but also for clients as well. And this is not altruism on my part. I get them results, but also I get paid more if I have a better relationship with them, more dialogue. And I actually did a consulting call yesterday with a guy. And I said to him, and he's, you know him, it's he was an electrician. Yeah. And he was saying, I said to him, he's doing great things. He's got a big gap, which I'll talk to you privately about. But he's doing great guns. And he says, because I started following you, I don't know when it was, he's a mate of Anthony Manson. Oh. That's how he came to me on LinkedIn. And he said, I started taking your, just listening to what you were saying and doing the bits that you said that you just drop in LinkedIn. But since November, he started his business in November. And then he came to our event. That's 500 quid. He spent a whole year, paid for a whole year in a circle, 500 quid. Paid for a consultation with me, 600 quid. That's like, what, 1,500, 1,600 quid? Did he come to the online boot camp? A couple of grand was into us for. But he says, I don't mind spending the money because, I've only started in November. I'm already probably the most expensive electrician around in my area. I'm probably finished by 3:00 most afternoons, whereas other guys, my so-called competitors, they are never at home. They're always working. Their timekeeping's appalling because they're just taking loads of shit, low-priced work on. They're biting off more than they can chew. They're struggling. And I'm just, he said, I want to make more money, but this is great. And it's because, and I said to him, this is because you do what I tell you to do. The worst thing you can do is ask for the advice of an expert. And I am an expert at what we do in here. There's no two ways about it. And the same as you're an expert with Facebook ads and stuff. Is ask an expert for his advice and then go do something different because you don't like it. And it makes no sense. It's like going to the doctor before you got fucking some kind of fungal infection on your knob and you don't want to take the tablet. So you just don't bother, or you go to some quack remedy. 6 months later, your knob drops off.
There's a common theme between our happiest, best performing, richest clients, and that's that they all fucking listen, and they listen closely, and they don't argue, and then they go away and implement. Those that sit on their hands, think about it, argue, find reasons not to do what we tell them to do because their feelings are hurt, or maybe they're a little bit uncomfortable. Well, fuck me. We get rid of them pretty quick because we like to have high performers around us.
Yeah, whiners. I mean, when people actually log into the inner circle for the first time, there's a page they go to, and I've got 7 rules on there. One of them is no whining.
Yeah.
I say there's things like bad language is okay, but I don't want any ad hominem attacks or bigotry. So keep it on point. It's a business site. We can have fun, but it's serious stuff.
Yeah,
no pitching as well. No pitching or spamming.
Yeah, we'll fucking get rid of those.
Network by all means, but anyone starts pitching.
Yeah,
I mean, I said I have to use the phrase. We have a ban hammer, and we're not afraid to use it.
Yeah, we'll fucking get rid of them quickly.
Well, here's the thing. People might think it's a bit hypocritical for us to essentially start our own social media site.
It's an interesting point.
What it is. I mean, it's a very tiny platform with probably fewer than 50 people. So certainly fewer than 100 people on it right now. But it could grow to several thousand. It's not impossible. It could be the next Facebook. It's very unlikely, but it could be. Let's talk about what's actually empirically possible, logically possible, not what's likely. But the thing is, people might quite rightly say it's a bit hypocritical. Well, in a way, we are building our own cult. Yes, there is a difference, though. This will be focused, and we make sure the focus stays there. It's on achieving results. The difference is social media. Well, here's what gets me, right? People will say, and I'm going to use LinkedIn again. I know I'm always using LinkedIn, but that's because it's probably the most relevant one to people here. But it's the same for all of them. Yeah, I've noticed recently, because my spies send me screenshots and stuff, people pissing and moaning and wailing, gnashing their teeth, saying, LinkedIn, the engagements dropped off, their responses have dropped off, it's really shit. And they're saying things like, sort your act out, LinkedIn. Well, the entitlement implied in that statement is immense. LinkedIn is a business, and it exists to make profit for the shareholders. That's what they're legally obliged to do. Yeah, it's not. It's a PLC. This isn't optional. They are legally obliged to make as much profit as they possibly can within the bounds of the law and ethics for their shareholders. That's their job, and they run the platform for the platform, the owners, not for the membership. So when people are saying, "Oh, you know, help me get more work more easily, stop making it difficult," it's just fucking staggering how stupid these people are. But the same is true with, I know LinkedIn is based for business, and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook are not, but the principle is the same. Those platforms exist to make a profit for the shareholders and the owners, yeah, not to serve the financial needs of the users.
Yeah.
Now, if it suits, and it probably does, and I predicted this probably 2 years ago, LinkedIn, I suspect, is going to move more and more and more towards a paid model, because it makes sense. Paid advertising. Now, why would they give you for free what they can make you pay for in terms of exposure? But of course, because people are so enamored with social media marketing, the free stuff, they don't want to pay any money, so they just piss and moan and wail and gnash their teeth about it. And with this attitude of entitlement, I mean, fucking hell, how pathetic is it? It's just. And we don't want people like that. So our site is actually focused on teaching people to do things the right way in terms of business. Yes, we're obviously selling to them, and other than you have to pay to get on it. I mean, okay, it's only £5 for the book, but you don't get free access to the site at all. It's £5. Okay, and then if you want to elevate yourself from bronze to silver, it's £50 a month. The inner circle, and you'll get access to more comprehensive stuff. And we take that very seriously. And my aim is, I want to make a fuckload of money out of it, because I like making money, because I get nice bikes, all right? And I live in this fucking farm. I have to work too hard. But equally, I get a real fucking buzz out of helping guys like that electrician yesterday. His problem was not to do with his avatars and shit were fucking spot on. I've never seen better.
Really?
They could be improved, but I've never seen better. Oh, yeah.
What a diamond. Well done.
It was great. But where he fell down?
Where?
None of it appeared in his messaging.
Oh, okay. He'll listen to this, by the way. He listens to every podcast.
Yeah. He knows. I told him this. His ads were very generic. I'm an electrician. I do plugs and lights. I'm really helpful. Give you a ring anytime you like, and we'll chat. That kind of thing. Well, no wonder he's getting 50% of the people who ring him up are just chavs, peasants, and commoners. Okay. So all we need to do is tighten his message up, and that's it. And bearing in mind, this is for the hard of thinking among you, or you fucking social media fanboys. All of his marketing is offline. Leaflets and paid leaflets, as in real paper. Remember paper? It's got writing on it. Paper, and he advertises in a parish magazine. Parish magazines are brilliant for that kind of shit.
What a legend!
Yeah, but that's because he's been listening to us.
Yeah, but he's fucking done. He's done the gear, and I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps plugging away, implementing. If he's lucky, he might get an invitation to Elite.
It'll be an Elite one of these days. Might be a while, because we allow people to have we insist on a kind of growth period.
We like to make people wait.
Period. But here's the thing. I said this to him as well, so you know what I mean, mate. I did say this to you. The thing I loved about his particular business, I mean, we're on Zoom for 2 hours, is he's doing well. He's doing really, really well. But his marketing is absolutely shit. That anything we do will be like a rocket up his arse.
Yeah.
I said to him, what I find a real challenge, and I will often avoid and not work with people, are people who are doing everything right, and it still ain't working.
Yeah.
You know?
We want to be
That's hard work.
We want to be the gravy boat.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in it for the fucking gravy, not the fucking challenge. And I've actually had people say to me, am I interested in doing like a copywriting A/B split challenge? And there's no money in it. It's just, if you beat this person, then you'll get all the kudos. No, because I can't win it. I mean, if I win, I'll get accolades. For what purpose? I don't get any money for it. And if I lose, my reputation is trash. No, thank you. I'm not into challenges.
Yeah, there's no winning.
57 for challenge. Get out of fucking bed in the morning. But the thing about social media marketing, I mean, it requires, I mean, what this guy's done is great. I mean, he's actually put together a leaflet. It's the message is crap, but at least it's congruent with the message on his website. And he's really thought about his avatar as well. I mean, it's fucking, I've never seen better. It's as precise as any I've seen.
Remarkable.
So he's put thought and time into this, and it's really uncomfortable sometimes as well. There was a few tweaks he needs to make to his process. He's the guy who was at the event and said he doesn't use a script.
Yeah.
And I remember talk about that again.
I remember.
Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. But the thing is about social media marketing is it requires absolutely no thought or imagination.
No, it's mindless shite.
It's just mindless shite. And I know that there is a place for mindless shite. Some of my emails are mindless shite. Like the one this morning, I think it is about don't take your phone to the toilet. And then I go on to a bit of a digression about how for many men, with when you got any man who's had young children will recognise this. It's sometimes the only fucking time you get to yourself throughout the day. So of course you're going to take your phone and take time having a shit. But why do people take their phone? Think about what they're doing. They are sitting, avoiding their bowels, while at the same time checking up on what random strangers are doing on the internet. I mean, why would you do that? Don't get me wrong, I've done it, but why? So it requires no thought or imagination. It also, because of the style of marketing that social media twonks always advocate, it allows you to abdicate responsibility for the results you don't get. If your shit isn't working, then it's the algorithm.
Yeah.
It cannot possibly be you putting out a shit message to the wrong people or having a shit offer.
Two things. One reason to leave your phone behind when you go to the toilet is if you really, think of your bumhole whilst you're shitting, it actually feels fantastic. And you are robbing yourself of that joyous feeling of having the shit.
What happens if I think of your bumhole and I'm having a shit? Would that be good too?
Well, you can't feel my bumhole. I want you to feel your own bumhole. If you think about it and that somehow gets you focusing on the sensation of the shit coming out your ass. I think my arsehole, mate, is slightly brown, hairy.
You're talking about mindful shitting, aren't you, really?
Yeah, and it feels fucking fantastic.
I believe you. I've never tried it, but I'm going to make a note here.
Mindfulness, if you engage in mindfulness whilst having a shit, it feels amazing. Honestly, it's enough to turn a straight man gay.
Right there is the title for this podcast, Mindful Shitting.
Mindfulness on the toilet, because we can't use the word shitting on Apple podcasts.
Well, I'm talking about for the website.
Yeah.
So what's the mindless defecation? That's probably better, isn't it?
Mindless defecation. Yeah. We'll think of a name after. The second thing is your stream of shit. You recognise it's a stream of shit. It has a place. It absolutely has a place. It's very strategic. It's in the emails. However, we also understand how important a well-crafted marketing message is with a really good fucking offer is. So when it comes to putting, our money on the line, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into that. People will think the same amount of effort goes into a LinkedIn post as it does a leaflet, because they're so accustomed to just churning mindless shit out because they're on the hamster wheel. They don't stop to focus on actual good marketing with fantastic offers that gets prospects to spend a fuck ton of money.
I had an email yesterday from one of my clients. He's a copywriter with no small skill and accomplishment. And he read my email yesterday about social media marketing, and he said, "Today I came to the realization you'll probably still be better than me in 40 years' time. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It's a privilege to be learning from the best living copywriter." Said that about me. Now, I don't know about the best living copywriter, but I'll take it. Obviously, I'm not going to I'm not looking to give horse in the mouth. But the point is, my emails are a stream of shit, as you quite rightly say, but they are strategic in the sense that they're congruent. And in this month's training, as we're coming up for the end of this month in the Inner Circle Silver, the training is Website Revolution. And it's a fundamentally different way of thinking about your website. And because most people look at a website, I don't want to get into it now, but most people look at a website in isolation. It's a catalog or a magazine. Okay, and they don't think about what's going on before people get to the website, or really what happens after they've been there.
Yeah.
And that's the mistake. And the reason that happens is that website designers are not marketers. Website designers are website designers. You need someone like me or you, and this is why our consulting is so fucking expensive, but also extremely good value, because we fix the whole thing from, well, who are you fucking selling to anyway, all the way through to, right, this is how you get into the top end at 50 grand a time. We do the whole fucking thing, and you need to do the whole thing. You can't just look at the website and say, yeah, I can do you a website that makes sales or makes you stand out.
Yeah.
For what purpose, you know? This is why we charge more than anyone else, because we're better than anyone else at this.
So,
well, they might not even know this. They don't even know what they don't fucking know. You see these fucking consultants and marketing people, they're fucking incompetent.
So, funny story.
I've got strong opinions on this.
Funny story.
It's free. Social media. It's free. You open a free account and you just post, within 10 minutes you can be up there gaining a fucking following if you want to. And if you're a good-looking bird with nice tits and you can jiggle them pretty well, you're okay. You're laughing. Fourth thing is it's comfortable. Everyone's doing it, so it must be the right way to go. There's this illusion of safety in numbers. I mean, it's easy to see why we evolved this way. Because back in the day when we were running around on the fucking plains being pursued by wild animals, there was safety in numbers. And if you didn't think, there was a definite benefit to the tribe thinking the same way. Because individually, it was hard to survive. We needed to cooperate, and that entails a certain amount of thinking in the same direction. Nowadays, that no longer serves us, but we still do it because we're hardwired from hundreds of thousands of years millions of years of evolution to be that way. So everyone's doing social media. Well, that means that's the way to go because everyone's doing it. And the logic they employ is, well, if it was better to do it differently, everyone would be doing it differently. Well, that makes no sense. I mean, if you want a good idea of what following the majority does to you, just look around at the majority. And most people are unhappy, unhealthy, overweight, not making much money. I'm talking about the majority here, not necessarily the majority of your peers. I mean, take all 65 million people in the UK or wherever it is, and have a look at the distribution of wealth. The top 20% have 80% of the wealth, same as everywhere else. There's a reason for that. And it's because those top 20% don't do what the 80% below them do. And being, I'm not necessarily talking about being rich. Okay, that's not really my bag. Don't get me wrong, I like the money, but that's not why I do it. It's a byproduct of doing what I'd like to do. If you want to succeed in business or pretty much anything else, just look at what the people who don't succeed at it are doing, and then don't do that. It's as simple as that. So when you see, you can go on entire estates of people who have got no money, but they've got cigarettes, brand new cars, down the pub every Saturday night, big TVs, satellite TV, games consoles, expensive phones, and they complain they can't afford to pay for their kids' school dinners, for instance. It's not difficult to see why this is. Okay, so just don't do that. It's simple. I mean, it's that easy. Don't want to be fat. Well, look what fat people do. They eat too much and don't exercise enough. Well, don't do that then.
Yeah.
I know that is simplistic, but it ain't wrong.
It's a typical. What you're saying is not wrong. It's kind of based on the typical thinking tool that if you don't know what to do, find out what you shouldn't be doing, and then you'll quickly figure out what you should be doing. So rather than asking your girlfriend, for example, what do you want for dinner, get her to ask you what she definitely doesn't want for dinner, and she'll be able to give you clear answers. That then gives you the boundaries and the framework to operate in to find out what you're going to fucking have for dinner if you're having that conversation with her in the first place.
Or give her 3 choices, A, B, or C.
And so you find out what she definitely doesn't want and then give her 3 choices inside that parameters. That would be the quickest decision about the Friday night takeaway you'll ever have. And it will change your life. Yeah. It's changed my life. It sounds ridiculous. I know several men whose lives have changed over the Friday night takeaway because of that little thing. And it's exactly the same.
My solution is even easier.
Yeah,
I do all the cooking.
Yeah,
I do all the cooking, so Sarah eats what I cook.
Yeah, this is Friday night takeaway, though.
That's a good point. I'll sometimes ask her on a Saturday night, what would you like to do on anything special? Very, very catering. But midweek, because I eat for my macros, she either eats what I eat or she makes it herself.
Right. 2 things, and then we've got to start wrapping up. One
No, I
is
haven't finished yet. I've got 3 more points I want to make.
Oh, okay, right. Let me just say 2 things. One, I just want to go back to the training very quickly. Most people go to designers to do their website. That's why their websites don't fucking work. The people that can't afford people to do their website for them go to their competitors' websites who have had their websites done by designers and do an even worse job usually. So it's fucked. The rule of the roost for websites are design people, which is absolutely fucked. What we've developed here, John, is so radically different. It's very disruptive. We can't get into the detail now because that would be incredibly disrespectful to our inner circle members. But
people are paying us fucking money, you mean?
Yeah, the people paying us money.
Not these fucking freeloaders listening to this.
Well, to be fair, if it goes on the membership site, we might have got $5 out of these cunts.
Anyway, that's good. Yeah, that's a very good point. I apologise. He lied.
So, if you want to know how to fix your website once and for all, if you haven't got the book, get the book, and then we'll quickly and very efficiently upsell you to the inner circle so you can attend the training, which is in 3 weeks now?
And there's last Wednesday of the month, so whenever that is. I don't know.
Perfect.
It's going to be what Connor just said about it being disruptive. Normally, when people describe themselves as being disruptors, I laugh at their faces because they're not at all. But this is truly disruptive. This is, I mean, the title of the training is Website Revolution. It will knock your socks off. It might even dislodge your underwear.
We choose our words
this is
carefully.
Not just theory. This is based on what we have done and what we do, what I've been doing for a fucking long time, both with myself and clients, and even things like e-commerce sites where your e-commerce site is typically a fucking great big catalogue, a screen full of shit that you pick from. Yeah, well, I revolutionised someone's fucking site and it was just radical and it worked so well, it was unbelievable. So anyway, more about social media. You can keep yourself crazy busy and it feels like you're achieving something. You're confusing and conflating activity and achievement, but you're not. It must feel great. Well, actually, I know it feels great. I did 5 LinkedIn posts today. How many sales did you make? Well, don't know. How many of those sales that you did make came from LinkedIn? I don't know. So how do you know what you did was worth doing? I don't know. Well, one of the rules of marketing, and it's a rule of thumb here, is if you can't measure it, you shouldn't be doing it because you don't know if it's working or not. That's not to say it's not working, because it might be, but you don't know that. John Wanamaker said half your advertising is weighted. The problem is you don't know which half. That's incorrect. John Wanamaker was absolutely fucking wrong there. Well, he's probably right, but he shouldn't have been right, because if you know what you're doing, you know exactly where your sales are coming from. If you don't know that an advert is working or not, you shouldn't be running it, because how do you know if it's working or not? I mean, you don't have to engage in icky sales. That's another reason people use social media. They like this. People hate selling, and I think principally it's because there's all kinds of mindset stuff you could probably point to, like a self-confidence, imposter syndrome, fears about money, all that kind of shit. But I think often it just comes down to the fact they have a misapprehension of what selling is. They confuse and conflate selling with a hard sell. I don't like a hard sell either. If I say to someone no, it means fucking no. And when people, sales trainers, talk about objection handling, you don't handle an objection from me at all. If you try, you won't like the result. You know, for the most part. If I say no, this isn't what I want, there's no way to handle that objection other than to say, well, okay, what would you want then? That's different. But the way often the traditional training is to steamroller people. No, I don't like that selling either. We don't teach it. And I actually say to clients, mentoring guys and girls, they say, when we get to the bit when I'm teaching about selling, they get all fucking uncomfortable. I say, did you feel uncomfortable when I was selling this to you? Oh, no, of course not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Well, I'm going to teach you to sell the same way I sold to you. Oh, penny fucking drops, light bulbs go off, And the last thing about social media is your echo chamber gives you a sense of belonging. You feel, everyone's miserable together, and they are. Misery loves company. My invoices haven't been paid. What do I do? Well, how about you fix your processes, you take legal action, or you just write it off and then don't do it again and teach it as a learning exercise. Or do you do what most people do? Go and whine about it on LinkedIn. It does nothing to solve the situation, nothing to stop it happening again, and it just leaves you feeling like shit because you're focused on the problem, not the solution. Our membership site, our own little social media empire, our own little cult. Reverend fucking Jim Jones, eat your heart out. That's before your time, Connor, isn't it?
Yeah, way.
You know, when all those people died having drunk the not it wasn't the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
It was a different kind of vape, but they it was thousands, hundreds of people died. That was the Reverend Jim Jones. I am Jim Jones.
I watched the documentary.
Seriously, it's our own social media platform in effect, but there'll be none of the shit that goes on. We will not be trying to get you to engage in safe engagement. We want to grow your businesses. We're going to get paid for it. That's why we fucking do it. We're not altruists. We're not a charity. But you'll get far more out of it than you put into it because the economies of scale. We can afford to charge only 50 quid for the inner circle because we've got a lot of people in there. We can afford to give you our best stuff and attention because a lot of people giving us a small amount of money adds up to a lot of money for us. So that's it. You can stop now.
Is that with the points?
Yeah. 7
Is it? Yeah, you've done well,
yeah.
Mate. Pat on the back.
Yeah, well, if you want hands-on help with this shit, join us in the inner circle. As simple as that. It's not fucking difficult.
Well, the training this month is all about fixing your website, and that is a massive, massive fucking pain point for most people. And what we're going to show you is so...
Quick point on that. It ain't just about the website. It's about what goes before and what comes after and where it fits in.
And what we're going to show you is going to be a lot less painful than having to deal with some dickhead graphic designer or trying to figure it out yourself. Your year's fees will be more than covered from this one training, in my opinion. And that's our aim with every training, every month with the inner circle, to make each training worth a year's worth of fees for you. So that means every training we are trying to make you a minimum of 600 quid. And by fixing your website, not only will you save a shit ton of money and time and pain and hassle, because you won't have to deal with difficult designers trying to shove stock images down your throat and getting you to attend photo shoots and other wanky shite. Instead, you get to do it the EBG way.
Yeah, I mean, one of my clients is doing it now. He had some trouble with his website design, and he's a graphic designer himself. And he was convinced he needed a very glossy, graphically orientated site. But I pointed out to him, that's not the case here. If you need a portfolio, have a portfolio page. But your website itself does not need to demonstrate your expertise as a graphic designer.
Don't say too much.
Your website needs to demonstrate your ability to solve their problem, which is not the same thing.
Keep the secrets, John. And if you're a website designer listening to this and you're seething and you think we're waging war with you, we're not.
Good, because we are.
I was going to say, we're not. But we kind of are.
No.
You don't know what you don't know. And we're very generous that if you learn something from us, we allow you to then add it to your portfolio. So this could become a new service for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a website designer listening to this and this is getting you angry, that's good, because it shows it's challenging some very entrenched beliefs that you have that may or may not be true. And, you know, if we can show you how to make your job easier, because designing these sites is a lot easier than designing the ones you're designing right now, and you get the results and you can post about the results, because that's what you should be doing. You're not there to impress people with the look of the website. You're there to impress them with the results you get from it. In fact, I'll say to anyone on the other side of the fence looking for a website designer, I'll finish with this, is the acid test. In the same way as I said before, if you want to test the mettle of a copywriter, look at his or her about me on LinkedIn. And if it's shit, they're shit, because they've got full editorial control of what they write and their own about me. Or their website, indeed. Okay? Now, the acid test for website designers is this. If they ask you primarily about what you want your site to look like, instead of what do you want your site to achieve, you need a new website designer. Yeah. That's it. Because they might be great website designers, but they are not competent to build a business website because they've got the wrong focus. They don't understand what they're doing, not in terms of business. Maybe in terms of website design, yes. In terms of business, which is what you need it for, no, they don't. That's the acid test.
And on that note, if you haven't got the book, go buy the fucking book.
Buy it!
If you have got, sorry for the ear rape there, because that was an absolute ear rape. I have headphones in. That hurt. So I apologise for that.
I do apologise.
So go buy the fucking book. If you've already got the book, we'll see you in the membership site. And I fucking expect to see some of you cunts ascending more regularly into silver soon, because I'm so excited for this membership site and even more so for this website session.
How do they get the book, Connor?
They go to wellfedfreelancer.com. Even if you're not a freelancer, go there. It's £5. All of the trainings that come with it, the bonuses are worth their weight in absolute gold. And everything applicable, everything in the Well-Fed Freelancer is applicable to 95% of businesses if you're willing to do the work and a bit of thinking.
And everyone who's already got the book, you get more emails than you can throw a shitty stick at, or poke with a shitty stick with the link in to join the inner circle. And if you're in bronze and you're actually on the membership website, you'll see more links than you can possibly count to join us. So fucking join us, for God's sake. It's £50 a month. Good God. I spend more on porn. Well, I don't actually. But do it.
I spend so much money on porn, I spend more money on tissues because of the amount I spend on porn.
I was going to say I've never bought a porn mag in my life, but that wouldn't be true. Can you still buy porn magazines?
I haven't seen any in a while. I tell you what, next episode, let's see if one of us can buy a porn mag.
Okay, that's going to be interesting because I live in this really small town with a couple of newsagents. That's going to be an interesting exercise going in. Get on porn mags.
Next time you go to town.
This is not a town, a big town where you've got an anonymous W.H. Smith. This is a small town where you stand there, I'm buying titty wank mags.
And they'll go, McCulloch, good choice there.
Yeah, honestly, the word would get round. I mean, small Irish towns and villages, they're like little Radio 4 plays in reality. That's what it's like, the gossip and stuff. It's brilliant. I fucking love living here. The stories I could tell you.
The gossip would be amazing with that. So, the small English autistic man who doesn't really get too involved with the community. Well, he was buying titty wank the other day. He even puts it on a monthly subscription.
Mrs. EBG is on I don't know why this is, but Mrs. EBG is in a local WhatsApp community group. Oh my God. Get this right. I swear I'm not making it. I know we're running over, but this is worth listening to. About a year or two ago, it was in the middle of COVID. To liven things up, somebody got an old toilet, and it was clean. No, it wasn't a shitty one. It was a toilet. Put it on a fork in the road, so there's a kind of bit of gravel and stuff. So it wasn't on the road, but it was the side of the road. Yeah. Planted some plants in it and put this toilet there. And it looked okay, but it was also quite funny. Can you believe in this WhatsApp group, 2 people were complaining about it, saying it brought the neighbourhood down? These people, it was, oh my God, do you really have nothing better to do? And then there's in the same place they put this toilet, right? A few years before, there was an old chair, and this old chair belonged to this old man, and this old man every day would go and sit in this chair and just watch the world go by, and when the weather was okay, that's what he did, and everyone knew it. I mean, you probably wouldn't get that in England, but that's just, no one touched this guy's chair, and one day someone stole it. Oh man, the fucking furore that someone stole this, and I just said, well, then just buy him a new fucking chair. It's only a camping chair, it's not something expensive. Just get him a new chair, get the man a new chair. Honestly, it's fucking brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. The pettiness. It's fabulous. Anyway.
Let's wrap up.
You'll be here all day. I love this podcast, I tell you. How many other people do you know get paid loads of money to talk shit?
In my personal life? None.
No. It's not a bad life, is it, Connor?
It's a fantastic life. We dick about, write books, put pages together, build a membership site, swear at people. Yeah, today
we've got the odd loom to keep the fucking punters happy.
Yeah, we've waged war with website designers today. We've told people to have mindful shitting. We've told people to join our cult.
2-day event. I get to stand up in front of a large group of people for 2 days and just swear at them with a few slides. It's brilliant. I fucking love my life, I tell you. Anyway, right, so out of here, wellfedfreelancer.com for the book, and then follow the process for the inner circle. If you're watching this on the website, membership site, just join the inner circle. It's a 60-day fucking trial. You don't like it, you get double your money back in a pizza. For fuck's sake, it's not rocket science, is it? All right.
Some guarantee, isn't it?
See you next time.
Double your money in a pizza. You'd be dumb not to try it. Anyway, cheerio.